Welcome to the first phase of this program. It's the introduction to phase one, and it's where we lay the template for our journey. I want to give you a quick rundown of this helpful guide and let you know what it's all about. It's not just about understanding mold, it's about grasping the intricate relationship between our bodies and our environments, and how things you sometimes can't even see or smell can throw off this balance. So the Black Mold Healing Guide is a preferred approach to effectively get mold and mycotoxins out of our bodies, out of our belongings, and out of our homes. It's transformative in that these biotoxins respond or don't respond to certain attempts to remove or destroy them. Knowing what biotoxin you're dealing with is an important start. In the same way, if a person has heavy metal poisoning, we would want to know if it's lead, mercury, arsenic, nickel, cobalt, because each of these make their home in different places in the body and each cause their own complications and reactions, symptoms, and suffering. So there will be certain things that make the most sense to prioritize and address to get the most benefit in the shortest amount of time, so we can get back to feeling better, get back to health. There will be digital products, workshops, and courses, and expert coaching, memberships, and other services that we offer. Mainly because most students come to us when they've already tried a few things and they realize they're dealing with something more complex than taking some extra vitamin C and hopping in the sauna a couple of times at the gym. Now they understand this may not be going away like a bad cold does after a few days. We're here to solve problems together first, and when we reduce the problems we're facing, we're able to get back to managing our lives and our responsibilities without it feeling overwhelming, which it was for me the first time around. Other students, maybe they saw someone doing something on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever, and they're trying it out hoping it will work. But mold is a little like a moving target, which is pretty hard to hit. And not knowing what kind of mold or mycotoxin you're up against is like pulling an arrow back to fire, but there is no target, which makes it almost impossible to hit. I hope that analogy works for you. We have to do first things first and craft a wellness program that's tailored specifically to your unique situation. This is where problems come in, because when we're faced with trying to do this, we're usually flying blind, like trying to type an important letter, but we're blindfolded. Our sense of confidence just isn't the same. We need to see what's happening. Other people are coming over from programs or protocols they tried that were one-size-fits-all programs, and they put money and time and hope into it only to find that it didn't work. Super bummer. They don't feel better, and when a program is created but not from being intimately aware of the biotoxin involved or the possibility of comorbidity, then you get a wing and a prayer type of program that's sure to disappoint. And people end up using the cost-sunk bias and adding up all the time, the investment, the healing. They stick with something that can never work, continuing to believe that it's going to work. This is where people can get hung up for years, running in circles because they want to hang on to it. And what we're doing here is designed to save you all that time, expenses, and disappointment by introducing you to our Black Mold Healing Method and to give you everything to create and execute a recovery plan that's right for you, so you can get back to vibrant health and you won't be 16 years down the road still dealing with this. So here's why it works. You do the very important work of clarity work right at the beginning. While you're becoming more informed about mold and the chemical warfare it's waging against you in the form of mycotoxins, it's too heavy a lift to do everything all at once. I didn't know that the first time around, and it cost me $100 grand invested into what I thought was Lyme disease, reactivated Epstein-Barr, lead poisoning. And I'd been around a lot of mold on job sites and doing demo work and I used to do remodels, and I didn't think much of my opponent until it knocked me out so hard and left me crumbled in pieces. Lost my position in my business, divorce, anxiety attacks, terrible reactions to food, histamine intolerance. My kids and I were covered in hives, extreme insomnia. And what I needed was to be able to approach this in a community where people who had already read this mystery novel could help me see who the villains were, who the supporting actors were, and who the extras were. Developing clarity and doing it from a test-centered place ensures that we're going down the right path to healing and not getting stuck on some ledge that's a dead end to healing. So there's some discovery work to do, some psychological work, some physical work to do, sometimes a lot of physical work. I'll be sharing my own experiences and encouraging you to be an explorer, to grow spiritually, to grow in your mindset, because it's going to be challenged, and to share your experiences and your real life testimonies of what's working and what isn't. I know how important that is. So it's going to be community-based and experience-based. The goal is to save a lot of time, headaches, and burdens by learning from what's already been done and crowdsourcing your way to faster recovery. To recap, you're going to have clarity. It's going to come by testing and community, and you will have pulled from your own experience, and together this makes it a super transformational method. The first lesson is all about gaining clarity by decoding mold's mysteries. I'll see you there. I can't wait to do this together.